The Wolf number, also known as the International Sunspot number, Relative Sunspot number, or Zürich number, is a quantity that measures the number of sunspots and groups of sunspots present on the surface of the Sun. History. The idea of computing sunspot numbers was originated by Rudolf Wolf in 1848 in Zürich, Switzerland, and, thus, the procedure he initiated bears his name or place. The combination of sunspots and their grouping is used because it compensates for variations in observing small sunspots. This number has been collected and tabulated by researchers for over 150 years. They have found that sunspot activity is cyclical and reaches its maximum around every 9.5 to 11 years. This cycle was first noted by Heinrich Schwabe in 1843. Due to weather and researcher unavailability, the sunspot count is actually an average of observations by multiple people in multiple locations with different equipment, with a scaling factor K assigned to each observer to compensate for their differing ability to resolve small sunspots and their subjective division of groups of sunspots. The relative sunspot number r is computed using the formula collected as a daily index of sunspot activity. R equals K.10 G plus test. Display style R equals K 10 grams plus S. Where S. Display style S is the number of individual spots. G. Display style G is the number of sunspot groups, and K. Display style K is a factor that varies with location and instrumentation, also known as the observatory factor or the personal reduction coefficient. K. Display style K. Revision. Since 1 July 2015, a revised and updated list of the sunspot numbers has been made available. The biggest difference is an overall increase by a factor of 1.6 to the entire series. Traditionally, a scaling of 0.6 was applied to all sunspot counts after 1893 to compensate for Alfred Wolfer's better equipment after taking over from Wolf. This scaling has been dropped from the revised series, making modern counts closer to their raw values. Also, counts were reduced slightly after 1947 to compensate for bias introduced by a new counting method adopted that year, in which sunspots are weighted according to their size. However, alternative group sunspot number series exists suggesting different behavior of sunspot activity before the 20th century. Thus, the solar variability before the 20th century remains quite uncertain. See also solar variation, Joy's law, astronomy. References. External links. The Exploratorium's Guide to Sunspots. Solar Influences Data Analysis Center, SIDC, for the Sunspot Index. NASA Solar Physics Sunspot Cycle page and table of sunspot numbers, TXT, by month since 1749. C.